to be on the Invincible.
That was lit. This man right here is a bad man.
We can do some damage on some churros down there.
Yeah!
Here's everything you need to know ahead of Auburn versus Baylor on Friday night, because both teams desperately need this game. The Tigers have had 4 straight losing seasons for the first time since 1950, and knowing Auburn, they want to be in national contention. And honestly, I hate talking about last year's team and relating it to a totally new group, because it is just that. A new group of guys, a transfer portal class, a recruiting class, new guy under center. It's going to be an entirely new look for Auburn, but since it is the first game, we got to base our numbers off something, right? Baylor and head coach Dave Aranda are trying to build back up their brand and have a massive chance to do it at home in Waco. Where I think Auburn has the advantage is on the outside. A top 3 receiving core against a Baylor defense that was often exposed in the secondary last year. The Bears will be relying on a lot of new faces, especially in that secondary where Carl Williams, a guy who is supposedly going to start week 1 for the Bears, has been ruled doubtful for Friday's game. Cam Coleman, Eric Singleton, those guys I think will have plenty of chances to get into the end zone, as well as the other receivers. Hugh Freeze talked about on Monday how Horatio Fields, the transfer from Wake Forest, has been a guy that has led that wide receiver room. So plenty of options in that deep Auburn receiving core. And to do so, they need somebody to throw them the rock. And the quarterback battle between these two teams, certainly one to watch for. Hugh Freeze had this to say about a guy I think has a ton of gifts under center, Oklahoma transfer quarterback Jackson Arnold, as he prepared for this week 1 matchup.
Jackson, I think, is progressing every practice, and I'm excited to see him go and compete in our mock game that we had. I thought his decision-making was really good. I wish he'd hang in the pocket a little more and go through his progressions, and we're working on that with him.
Auburn's O-line will have to do a great job in protecting Arnold, because this Baylor Bears defense is not only creating chaos constantly, but they are repetitive in their pressure. Freeze has talked about how this Auburn offensive line has revamped up to 6 potential NFL players on this group, and if that's true, Jackson Arnold should have plenty of time to make throws from the pocket, and if not, he's a gifted enough athlete where he can make plays with his feet. Let's take a look at Baylor. Baylor quarterback Sawyer Robertson, one of the breakout players in all of college football, but certainly the Big 12. Last year, he ranks as the top quarterback returning to the Big 12 in QBR, threw for just over 3,000 yards last year, 28 touchdowns, and he didn't even take over the starting role for the Bears until after Big 12 conference play had begun. And having a Robin to your Batman in the backfield like he does with Bryson Washington will certainly be a massive help. Last year, 1,100 all-purpose yards for Washington. He's a guy that can break your everyday handoff into a 25-yard gain, and if those start to add up, it could be trouble in paradise. Auburn's front has some studs, Keldrick Falk being one of them, and a lot of new faces. So if I'm Baylor, I want to establish the run game, get a rhythm going, and maybe even try to get Washington into the pass game a little bit, because if you do, it could be advantage Baylor. As of today, Baylor is the modest favorite in this game, but I want to hear from you. Who do you think wins, and what is your score prediction for Friday night's game in Waco?